Hi everyone, welcome back to our C++ programming tutorial series. In today's video, we are going to learn how to use the max and min function in C++. These functions are incredibly useful for comparing values and finding the maximum and minimum values in our programs. Let's dive right in. So before we jump into the coding, let's quickly understand what the max and min functions do. These functions are basically the part of the algorithm library. Here I have included the library in C++ and are used to find the maximum and minimum of two values respectively. They can be applied to both primitive data types like integers, floats, as well as user-defined types with overload comparison operators. Okay, so at first we need to include the necessary libraries for this function. So I have included the algorithm library here and the iostream library also, and I have taken two values x and y and another value of maximum, which is all of integer data type. Okay, so I will what I will do is I will take the input from the user. So what was the prompt for taking input from the user? I hope you guys remember. That is, at first we will show a message that you have to give an input. Okay, so I am giving cout enter the value of x. Okay, and then I will take the input from the user in x. Okay, and the same for the y also. Cout enter the value of y in y. Okay, so in this line the program will display a message and ask the user to input the value of x, and I will take the program will read the input using cin command, and same will apply for the y also. Okay, and you can see here I have declared another variable which is maximum. Okay, and I have declared this variable. Inside this I will store the value which is obtained from the max function. Okay, so I am typing here maximum is equal to, and the syntax for using the max function is max bracket and the value which should be separated by commas. So I want to compare between x and y, so I will type x comma y. So this is the simple syntax. So what I did is I have already declared a variable which is named maximum, and the max value or the value which is obtained from this function, I am storing it inside this maximum. Okay, so I am comparing between x and y. Okay, so now after the comparison has been completed, I want to display the message, or the program should display a message that the greater value is either x or either y. So I will just type cout the maximum number is, and I will print the maximum or the value inside the maximum. Okay, so this was our overall program. So let's try to run the program and see what we get. I'm running the code here. So the program is asking me to give the value of x. So I am giving 34 as the value of x and 56 as the value of y. You can see the max function has returned 56. That means the number between x and y, the greater one is y, which is 56. Okay, so this was the basic algorithm of max function. Now our second topic is min function or the minimum function. Okay, so I am just changing, and what is the main theory of that? the min function can be used to find the lowest value between x and y, and the max function is used to find the highest value, and the min function is used to find the lowest value. Okay, so I'm changing this variable to minimum. Okay, minimum, and I am changing this also as minimum. Okay, I just change the name. So the program will be the same as the previous one. The program should ask the user to give a value of x and give a value of y, but now we will print the lowest number between x and y. So for that we just have to change the function to min. Okay, min bracket x comma y, or the variable which you want to compare between. Okay, and at last see out the maximum, not the maximum, this time I want the minimum, right? Minimum number is, and what we want to print is minimum. Okay, minimum. So this is our total program. Now let's try to run the program. I'm running the code here. Okay, so what is the value of x? I am taking this 34 and 56. Okay, 34 and 56. Okay, you can see the minimum number is 34. That means the value between x and y, the minimum one is 34. Okay, so that's all which you have to know about min and max function. So we have seen how min and max function identifies the minimum value and maximum value of an integer number. So let's change the data type. Okay, like I want the data type to be float or point values. I don't want round figures. Okay, so I am taking the data type as float. Okay, so what I did is, now you should give a point value like 5.95, like that. Okay, so each value will be float value, and the function will remain the same, just we are just changing the data type. Okay, let's see the min and max function works or not. I will just run the same function. Okay, I'm just running the same function. So it is asking me the value of x. So suppose I am giving the value of x is 5.50. Okay, and the value of y will be 4.67. Now I'm hitting enter. You can see the minimum value is 4.67. Okay, that means the min and max function works on float values also. Okay, so that's all for this video. I will be talking about more interesting topics of C++ in the future videos. Thank you.